teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice, because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On third down, Jackson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead-up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try to keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 2nd and 9, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3rd and goal, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a 1st down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield. But they executed that well. They really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready, they got it done. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get that underneath ETN. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. From the gun on third down, Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's 2nd and 8. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. Smith has it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers are once again back in front.
And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And Jackson throwing once more. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 2nd and very short, Jackson.
He gets this one to Mechie. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coach in 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. 2nd and 4. Open man is Chase, complete.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw again.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On play action, they'll throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne.
Well, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
2nd and 10. You're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Once more, Etienne.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year,
as they have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. To throw is Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. looking to throw on second down. Jackson, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him involved in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
27 yards.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Here's a give to Etienne.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
73 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
They'll look to throw here.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
A handoff for Etienne.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
One more time with Etienne.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Travis Etienne
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guy.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Travis Etienne
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jackson's throw completed to Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Again, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for